We're diving into some of the deepest, darkest, most dangerous blue holes in the ocean. Let's get right into it. Taam Ja is the deepest blue hole in the entire world.
Imagine you're standing in Chetumal Bay, right off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. The water is turquoise, calm, and so shallow it barely brushes your knees. You take a few steps further out, feeling the warm sand between your toes. Everything feels safe. But then, with the very next step, the ground vanishes. You haven't stepped on sand, you've stepped into nothingness. A vertical abyss, a black hole so deep that the tropical sunlight is swallowed within seconds. You are standing on the edge of Taam Ja. The ancient Maya called it deep water, but in early 2026, we realized that name was a massive understatement. Scientists recently lowered a high-tech sensor cable into the dark. They passed 650 feet, then 980 feet. When they cleared 1,380 feet, something happened that defied the laws of oceanography. The sensors never hit the floor, but they picked up a signal suggesting this isn't just a hole, it's a gateway. Today, we dive into the biggest maritime mystery of the decade. Why can't anyone find the bottom of Taam Ja? What are the hidden tunnels beneath Mexico concealing? And why are the measurements taken just last month so terrifying? Stick around, because the deeper we go, the less reality seems to make sense. For years, the world looked to the Dragon Hole in the South China Sea as the ultimate abyss. At 987 feet deep, it was considered the absolute limit for a blue hole. But the ocean doesn't like records that stand still. In February 2026, a team of researchers returned to this quiet bay in Mexico with a new generation of ROVs, underwater robots built for extreme pressure. Local fishermen had warned them for years. They told stories of nets being pulled down by something and disappearing into the blue void. When the 2026 data finally hit the monitors, the research vessel went dead silent. 1,390 feet. That is nearly the height of the Empire State Building, stacked vertically, hidden inside a shallow bay. But here's where the science gets weird. At exactly 1,390 feet, the equipment began to drift. Not because of a technical glitch, but because the current down there became so violent, it was physically pushing the ROV off course. In a landlocked blue hole, the water should be stagnant, dead still. But at the bottom of Taam Ja, the water is alive. It's moving. The question is, what is powering that engine? In deep sea exploration, there is one golden rule. The deeper you go, the colder it gets. Sunlight vanishes, and you're left with water that's been near freezing for millennia. But as the rove descended into Taam Ja, the temperature graphs did something impossible. The temperature didn't just rise, it spiked. At 1,300 feet, the water was warm. We're talking about depths that should be frigid, suddenly warming up as if being heated from below. Simultaneously, the sensors detected a massive shift in salinity. The chemical signature of the water at the bottom of this Mexican hole was suddenly identical to the open Caribbean Sea, miles away, separated by miles of solid rock and land. This was the panic moment for the team. There is only one logical explanation: a portal. A gargantuan, underground labyrinth of tunnels is pumping millions of gallons of Caribbean ocean water directly into the base of Taam Ja. We aren't looking at a simple cave. We are looking at a subterranean superhighway that runs beneath the continent. What kind of geological force creates a tunnel that large? And more importantly, what is using that tunnel to travel from the abyss of the ocean into the heart of the bay? To find answers, we have to look at the people who were here thousands of years ago, the Maya. They called these sinkholes cenotes, and they believed they were the physical entrances to Xibalba, the underworld. To us, it sounds like a myth, but the Maya were meticulous observers. They claim the Earth breathed through these holes. With the discovery of tidal currents inside Taam Ja just weeks ago, it turns out they were right. The hole literally pulses with the tide of the ocean miles away. There is even more unsettling evidence. Leaked hydrophone recordings from the February expedition, though the government hasn't officially commented on them, claim to have captured sounds echoing from the deeper tunnels. Not the sound of shifting rocks, but rhythmic, low-frequency thuds. Like a mechanical heartbeat, or something even larger, moving through the pipes of the Earth. Is Taam Ja just one exit for a global network of tunnels? Some theorists now suggest these holes are connected across the globe, a dark ocean beneath our own that we have completely ignored. Let's go back to that 1,390-foot mark. Why can't we go deeper? In March 2026, a specialized acoustic probe was deployed. It sent a sonar ping straight down, waiting for the echo to define the floor. The signal never came back. It was either swallowed by a layer of liquid mud dozens of feet thick, or the hole simply has no end. We are now at depths that exceed the safety limits of almost every commercial research drone on the planet. And then came the final scan. While hovering near the 1,250-foot mark, the ROV's sonar picked up a massive signature. It didn't move like a fish. It didn't drift like a piece of debris. Sonar signatures showed a solid, singular mass, larger than a humpback whale, moving with intent. It was navigating the pressure of the abyss with ease. As the ROV's fanning lights turned to track it, the mass accelerated and vanished into one of the lateral feeder tunnels. It wasn't a shark, it wasn't a whale. It was something else entirely, perfectly adapted to a world of crushing pressure and eternal night. The mystery of Taam Ja is no longer just about a hole in the ground. It's about what lies beneath the crust of our planet. As of March 2026, we know 3 things for certain. 1. There is a portal beneath Mexico. 2. The water down there is being heated by a source we can't identify. 3. We are not alone in the abyss. In the coming months, a new mission, the Abyssal Labyrinth project, will attempt to send tethered microdrones miles into those side tunnels. They are looking for the connection to the Caribbean. But many are worried about what they might find if they actually reach the other side. The ocean remains the final frontier. We know more about the craters on Mars than we do about the 1,300-foot void beneath Chetumal Bay. What do you think? Is Taam Ja a natural wonder? Or is it evidence of a hidden world spanning the entire globe? Are these biological masses just undiscovered animals? Or something more ancient? Drop your theories in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And if you want to see the footage of that impossible VHS tape found in the Argentinian abyss, click the video on your screen right now. The truth is deeper than you think.